Welcome to another episode of Content is Profit. Yes, today is only me, Fonzi, and I'm talking about a topic that is a little bit dear to our heart. It's one of those little frameworks that we created, or little reminder that we created a while back while we were doing the 45 challenge, and it resonated with some of the people that took the challenge. And this is going to help you come up with literally like unlimited topics for whatever type of content you are going to create. It's going to help you build your offers so you can over deliver and, satisfy all of your clients. So let's go. Let's get to it.
We've got some
hey, this is Luis
doing some
and
that I know
just Fonzi. Luis is not here
before.
today. And welcome to the Content is Profit podcast. In here, you're going to get the insights, accountability, and drive to create consistently and increase revenue. You'll hear from top entrepreneurs, creators, and anything and everything you need to know about content. All this while having a good time. The goal of this podcast is simple: to entertain, educate, and turn your content into profit. Ooh, smooth. Yes, there's a part in there that says, my name is Luis and this is Luis. And I'm always like, what am I going to say when my brother's not here, when it's just myself? But either way, let's get this party started, guys. Thank you so much for being here today with me. I actually want to share about a topic that we call the CCC. It's like a little framework, a little reminder that we created while we were doing the 45 Live Challenge. And the reminder came to me because the other day, I was going through our previous wins. Sometimes you get to check your previous wins and be grateful for what you build, because sometimes we just get lost, right? And I was checking all these testimonials that we've had from previous clients, and this one specifically caught my eye. This one is from our dear friend Michelle. She was part of our first 45 Live Challenge that we did. We did that one for free. And honestly, it was an absolute blast. If you don't know what the 45 Live Challenge is, pretty much we go live for 45 days in a row. And when we ran this challenge publicly for the first time, we did it for free. We had classes like every single week. We had accountability groups. We had games. We gamified the whole experience. It was absolutely amazing. Honestly, it was a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie, and it was very exhausting, but it was so rewarding. And the other day, when I was looking through her testimonials and I came up through Michelle's, I was just reminded of how gratifying it is to help people. And then part of her testimonial mentions the CCC, which is the little framework that I'm talking about, and it just caught my attention. I said, why don't I share that with you today here on the podcast? So first, I'm going to read Michelle's testimonial. It says, hey guys, I think you're running an amazing experience and this will be a killer product at that price. And I love the idea so much because it really creates transformation instead of passive information gathering. Love it. Thanks for doing it free this time. We feel privileged to be on this journey with you. Your level of service and genuine caring for people is evident and impactful. Just wanted you to know. I'm about to cry right here. Then she shared, the biggest win for us has probably been going from idea to podcast in less than 24 hours because of this challenge. It's generating great conversations between the two of us. So she has a partner that she does the podcast with, as well as with our wider community. This content is getting more response than anything we've done before. We've had daily messages about it, and it's growing both us as well as our reach. I love that part. It's growing not only their reach on their audience, but it's growing themselves. And that is one of, honestly, the biggest benefits of creating content is the growth that you experiment when you put your thoughts into words. Then she shared, the biggest lesson learned is a very graphic reminder of the CCC. Conversation creates clarity. It certainly is doing that for us. Whew. Thank you, Michelle, so much. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure having you on the challenge, and we're thinking about bringing this challenge back. I don't know if we're gonna do it for free, but it was an amazing experience, and it just kicks everybody in the booty to get consistent and start publishing. But let's talk about the CCC. Conversations create clarity, right? And of course, we've heard it before. You need to talk to your dream audience to figure out their problems and all that stuff. But I just wanted to create something that was going to be a reminder, easy to remember, because sometimes we just get lost. Sometimes we try to create content and the first thing we do is we sit in front of the computer and we start thinking, what am I going to talk about today? Or maybe we are, willing to serve an audience and we want to create an offer and we stand in front of a whiteboard and we start thinking, okay, what is it that they need? And we just start putting stuff on the whiteboard without, just based on assumptions, not really based on what people and your audience is telling you. So I went on a quick search on my Google Drive, because I usually write down some stuff about these little frameworks that I come about. And this is what I wrote about conversations create clarity. The best offers solve people's problems while over-delivering, period. To solve people's problems, we need to understand what they are, what are causing them, and what are the solutions people are looking for. To understand the problems, causes, and solutions, we must talk to our dreams customer or target audience, a lot of them. Once we talk to our dream customers, we'll have clarity on what to offer to solve their problem. Once we have clarity, we can create a POA, a plan of action, to market, sell, and build the offer. With a clear plan and consistent smart action, you are unstoppable. Conversations create clarity, right? And I love this because we were the guys that would just get in front of the whiteboard, not on top of the whiteboard, in front of the whiteboard, and start writing down all these things that we thought the audience needed, right? And honestly, it was a lot of friction, because a lot of the times, sure, you can nail some of those and it can be true, but at the same time, it's just assumptions. But something magical happens when you go into a conversation with somebody that's actually experiencing those problems. And then when you do it with, let's say, 100 people, right? Then that is even better, because now you're going to see the patterns and you're going to see like, these people actually are struggling with the same couple problems. So for example, the people that we talk to, they have a problem with consistency, right? They are not consistent enough. They cannot hold themselves accountable in that area. So they publish on a consistent basis. Therefore, we created the 45 Live and we decided to do it public. So we can get people every single day, hold them accountable. We have group meetings and all that stuff. So besides that, obviously, there's a whole bunch of other things. So I just wanted to touch point on the CCC. And just so you know, this is going to be a super fast episode. I wanted to touch point on the CCC and help you think about it. Help you maybe reflect on your journey. Have you talked to a lot of people about the problems that you're trying to solve, about the challenges that they have, right? Maybe what are the solutions that they have experienced in the past that have not worked for them? Because guess what? That customer journey is very important too. While you're talking to them and you ask them, okay, what have you tried in the past to solve your problem that has not worked? They're going to share some stuff, and it might be the stuff that you wrote on the whiteboard, and you'll be surprised and you're like, thank you so much for saving me hours of work for something that hasn't worked, right? Instead, they're going to tell you exactly, hey, this is where I want to go and I need a new vehicle. And you are going to be able to come up with that new vehicle that is going to drive them to their goal and provide that solution for them, right? Now, what are you going to do after you have those conversations? And the next step is you're going to create what we call a PP board, right? And the PP board stands for problems and pleasures, right? Or problems and solutions. But let's be honest, a PS board didn't sound as funny. So we went with the PP board, problems and pleasures. And after you talk to all these people and you wrote down all their problems and maybe all the possible solutions, how it looks like in their head, in their dreams, what does it feel to achieve that, solving that problem, then you're going to write it on the people. On one side on the problems, you're going to write down specifically, right? Consistency, lack of creativity. I'm not sure what medium to publish my content. I don't know exactly what to say. I don't know how to say what I want to say. Right? You're going to start mentioning all these problems and you're going to see similarities, right? And then you're going to start kind of like packaging them in groups and you're like, interesting. Look at this. Now I have my core pillars in here that people keep repeating. The people that I want to serve just keep repeating that they have these same problems. And then on the other side, on the solutions, if they told you some of those solutions, you're going to put them in there. But also if you have frameworks, things that serve those problems, right? So you can solve those problems that they mentioned, you're going to put them on that right side. And guess what? That PP board is just going to become your right hand. You're just going to put it. This is what I did when we were in our old office. I haven't done it on this one because I think my brother will kill me because he has his nice setup going on. But what I did was literally put one piece of tape across the board And then on the left side, I put a bunch of Post-its with all the problems that people would tell me. And on the right, I would put a bunch of other Post-its of a different color with all the solutions. So every time I found myself that I needed to create content and I was thinking, what am I going to say? All I had to do was turn to that wall, pick one of the problems, look at one of the solution right next to it, and guess what? I had my topic. And then, of course, comes, okay, how am I going to say this now that I have all this stuff? And there's frameworks for that, right? I'm not going to dive into those today, but the easiest one, right? Let's just go into one is the hook, story, offer. So I would go, okay, what is a hook for this? Can I use the problem as a hook? 100%, because the problem is going to be relatable for that person listening. Then you share a story around that problem. And we got reminded about this with Michael Chu on the last episode. Absolutely amazing. Make sure you go back and listen to it. But he said it's not about creating content that is the how-to. It's about creating content that is how I, right? And that was such a great reminder because people are connecting with you. So instead of just telling them, okay, this is how you can become consistent at creating content, you can share with them, hey, this is what worked for me. This is how I became consistent creating content. And then you go ahead and tell that story because people are going to put themselves in your shoes. They're going to become the characters of that story. It's going to resonate with them. And therefore, you're driving them into that solution and they're going to attribute that to you. It's going to be way more relatable than a how-to. So again, let's recap a little quick. We're going to have a whole bunch of conversations. The CCC conversations create clarity. Then when we have that clarity and we have all that data from all these amazing people that we're trying to help, we're going to build our PP board, problems and pleasures. You're going to hopefully stick it right next to you or put it in an Apple Note, whatever it is that you write notes in. And then every time that you're going to create content, all you got to do is open that and you have a whole bunch of unlimited content that you can talk about. And that is the CCC for you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about this, how to honestly create it, it's very, very simple. I know you probably are asking right now, how am I going to get all these conversations, right? And honestly, the easiest part, the easiest way to start is start with the people that you are already serving, the people that are already your clients. If you don't have any clients, then I would start saying, start talking, start reaching out to the people that at least look the closest to your dream customer, right? And as you start talking to them, just be like, hey, I just have a few questions. I'm not going to here to sell you anything, right? You can even give them an incentive. Hey, I have this free stuff that I want to give to you if you give me 5 minutes of your time. And then you can jump on a conversation and ask, all right, hey, what are your problems? Where you want to go? And then you're going to start determining those things that you can put down on your PP board that are going to help you craft that message. So then when you craft your offer as well, it resonates with them. And at the same time, it's pretty cool because now you have a whole bunch of conversations that you can just follow up and be like, hey, remember that one time we talked about these problems and you told me you had these challenges and you were trying to solve them? Well, guess what? I have an offer for that. I actually created a product or a service that solves that. So again, it has multiple advantages, but today we explored the advantage of having what to say based on the CCC, right? Conversations create clarity. So if you have any other questions that I might have not answered on today's super fast episode, please feel free to reach out at BizBrosCo or at Luis Camejo V. That is my personal one. Or you can just, send a DM to my brother too, just Luis D. Camejo, and tell him that I am the best brother. And tell him that I am your favorite brother and that he has to paint his hair yellow. All right, that's a story for another day. I'm going to leave that one as a hook. But that being said, guys, thank you so much. And don't forget to come back to Content Profit for the next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like, follow, share, leave a 5-star review. Just do all the positive things. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.